Ever stumbled across a piece of software, a font, or even a photograph online and wondered, can I actually use this? It's a question that plagues creators, businesses, and pretty much anyone who uses the internet. Today, we're diving deep into one specific example. Is Emma free to use? Now, you might be thinking, Emma? Emma who? That's a fair question. In this context, we're talking about Emma, the open-source illustration library created by Icons 8. You've probably seen her around. She's got a distinctive, friendly style and appears in countless websites, apps, and presentations. But just because something is widely used doesn't automatically mean it's free for everyone to use in any way they want. That's where licensing comes in, and it can get pretty complex. Before we get into the specifics of Emma's licensing, it's crucial to understand why licensing exists in the first place. Imagine you're an artist. You spend hours, days, even weeks creating a piece of art. You pour your heart and soul into it. Would you be happy if someone just took it, used it in their own project, and potentially even profited from it without giving you any credit or compensation? Probably not. Copyright law and licensing agreements are designed to protect creators' rights and ensure they have control over how their work is used. Copyright, in essence, grants the creator exclusive rights to their work. This includes the right to reproduce it, distribute it, display it publicly, and create derivative works. Without explicit permission, using copyrighted material is considered infringement, which can lead to legal trouble. That's why understanding licensing is so important. It's the key that unlocks the door to legally using someone else's creative work. Now, back to Emma. Icons 8 offers Emma under a specific license. It's not simply free for all. Understanding the nuances of this license is the core of our discussion today. Icons 8 operates on a freemium model. This means some of their resources, including certain Emma illustrations, are available for free under specific conditions, while others require a paid subscription. The crucial detail to grasp is attribution. If you're using the free version of Emma, you absolutely must provide attribution to Icons 8. This means clearly stating that the illustrations are from Icons 8, usually with a link back to their website. This is non-negotiable. It's the price you pay for using the illustrations without direct monetary cost. Think of it like borrowing a book from the library. You don't own the book, but you're allowed to read it as long as you return it. In this case, the returning is providing proper attribution. It's acknowledging the original creator and giving them credit for their work. Now, what constitutes proper attribution? Icons 8 provides guidelines on their website, and it's essential to follow them. Generally, it involves including a clear and visible credit line, usually near the illustration itself or in a credits section. The format might vary slightly depending on where you're using the illustration, but the core principle remains the same: give credit where credit is due. What happens if you don't provide attribution when using the free version of Emma? Well, you're essentially violating the licensing agreement. This could lead to Icons 8 contacting you and requesting that you either provide the required attribution or remove the illustrations. In more serious cases, it could even escalate to legal action. It's simply not worth the risk. Providing attribution is a small price to pay for using high-quality illustrations for free. Let's talk about the paid version of Emma. If you subscribe to Icons 8, you gain access to a wider library of illustrations and, crucially, you often remove the requirement for attribution. This is a significant advantage, especially for businesses or projects where visible attribution might not be desirable. Think about it. If you're creating a professional website for a client, constantly displaying illustrations by Icons 8 might not align with the brand's aesthetic. A paid subscription allows you to seamlessly integrate the illustrations without any branding clutter. Another important aspect to consider is commercial use. Can you use Emma illustrations in projects that generate revenue? The answer is generally yes, but again, the specifics depend on whether you're using the free or paid version. With the free version, as long as you provide attribution, you can typically use the illustrations in commercial projects. However, there might be some limitations, particularly regarding reselling the illustrations themselves or using them in products where the illustrations are the primary focus. The paid subscription usually grants broader commercial usage rights, allowing you to use the illustrations in a wider range of commercial applications without attribution. It's always best to check the specific terms of the license on the Icons 8 website to ensure you're compliant. Now, let's address some common misconceptions. Some people assume that because Emma is widely used, it's in the public domain. This is absolutely not true. Public domain refers to works whose copyright has expired or been explicitly waived. Emma is very much protected by copyright, and its use is governed by the Icons 8 license. Another misconception is that simply modifying the illustrations somehow exempts you from the licensing requirements. This is also incorrect. Creating derivative works based on copyrighted material still requires permission from the copyright holder. Simply changing the colors or adding a few elements doesn't magically make the illustration yours to use without attribution or a paid license. So, to summarize, is Emma free to use? The answer is a qualified yes. You can use certain Emma illustrations for free, provided you give proper attribution to Icons 8. If you want to avoid attribution or access a wider library of illustrations, a paid subscription is the way to go. It's crucial to understand the specific terms of the Icons 8 license to ensure you're using the illustrations legally and ethically. Remember, respecting creators' rights is fundamental to a healthy creative ecosystem. By understanding and adhering to licensing agreements, we can ensure that artists and designers are properly compensated for their work and continue to create valuable resources for everyone. It's a win-win situation. Creators get the recognition and compensation they deserve, and users get access to high-quality creative assets. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.